We're here now with Dr. Derrell Peel, OSU Extension Livestock Marketing Specialist. And Derrell, you just got back from Canada. How was your trip?
It was a great trip. We got to see a lot of country, a lot of Canada, as well as the northeast part of the U.S.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you back here in Oklahoma.
You bet.
So looking at Oklahoma, we're kind of moving into fall now. What's the fall run of stocker calves going to be like?
You know, I think we've changed the timing a little bit this year. We kind of got an early start. We had such high prices, record high prices for cattle this summer. So we started seeing some larger volumes, at least in Oklahoma. And so I think we've probably moved. Some of the fall calves have already come to town. Producers want to take advantage of this market. They're nervous that it might not be there a couple months from now. So they've gone ahead and marketed these calves a bit early.
So what does this mean for calf and stocker prices going into the fourth quarter?
Well, we already know that feeder cattle supplies are very tight, numbers are limited. We've moved some calves early, it appears, so I think probably we're going to see a smaller than expected fall run, even smaller than we would have seen otherwise. So I think that's going to keep prices high. There's still a lot of demand for both stocker and feeder cattle, so I don't expect to see as much seasonal pressure on these prices as we move through the fourth quarter.
We've had a lot of good rain, so it seemed like we were going to have some good wheat pasture, but then we've been dealing with armyworm. So how's all that playing out?
Well, it's always a challenge in the fall when you do early planted wheat. Armyworms is an issue, so producers have to stay on top of that. But the prospects are that we're going to have pretty good wheat pasture, so I think there'll be quite a bit of demand, maybe more wheat pasture available than there really is cattle to place. So it'll be interesting to see how things play out this fall.
So speaking of pests, there was an announcement that the New World screwworm was found about an hour south of the Texas border. How is that going to impact us if it makes it into the U.S.?
You know, we've been watching this for many months now. Concerned, the threat is there. It's getting closer and closer. So we're trying to be prepared. There's a lot of actions nationwide in the states that are most likely to be affected, including Oklahoma. So, you know, we're trying our best to be prepared for it. You know, market impacts are probably not really the biggest issue. It's going to be mostly a management issue. It costs a lot to deal with this pest. It takes a lot of labor and a lot of attention on these cattle and, you know, to monitor for the pests and so on. So at all levels, from producers all the way to the federal government, it's a continuing threat. We'll have to keep a close eye on it going forward.
Yeah, so what should producers be doing in the meantime while they're kind of waiting?
Obviously, you know, keep an eye on things. If you see something suspicious, you need to follow through with that and see if, you know, make sure we don't inadvertently find it in places we're not expecting it.
Yeah, well, hopefully we have a good update in a couple of weeks, Derrell.
Okay.
We'll see you then.